Imagine sitting there staring at your portfolio, heart pounding like a warning siren, while on the screen, the numbers don't just stagnate, they bleed. You've heard the promises, the hype, the glossy charts showing hedge funds crushing the market year after year, but right now, all you feel is the ache of underperformance, the late nights, the gut-wrenching anxiety of making decisions with millions or even billions riding on them. You're searching for that edge, desperate to find what separates the few who thrive from the many who stumble and fade. What is the secret? The key performance indicator nobody talks about, but which, if nailed, could turn the tide of your entire fund's fate? It's not just about alpha, not just sharp ratios or market timing. It's deeper, more raw, and more human than any metric you've ever tracked. Look closer, because what's holding you back, what's suffocating those funds yearning to break free, is a hidden battlefield. Inside the team, the decisions, the very mindset of who's steering the ship. The real secret KPI that drives the biggest winners is something rarely captured by spreadsheets, and even more rarely talked about outside closed-door meetings. It's the velocity of clarity under pressure. The speed and precision with which a hedge fund's leadership sees reality, no filters, no excuses, and acts immediately on what truly matters. Think about it. Markets do not wait. They punish hesitation, indecision, the paralysis born from heaps of data but zero clear direction. The best funds don't just crunch numbers, they feel the pulse of chaos, they slice through noise as if it were paper, and they move faster than the competition. A blur powered by a savage clarity that cannot be manufactured or faked. This velocity of clarity is what drives performance when everything is collapsing around you. It's what turns risk into opportunity in seconds, when billions can be won or lost in a heartbeat. But here's the catch. Velocity of clarity is not some mystical trait or a secret formula locked in some ancient financial Bible. It's a brutal discipline, a culture baked into every fiber of the team. It's the ruthlessness to kill indecision, the courage to question every assumption, even the sacred ones, and the relentless drive to prune every distraction until only the essentials remain. Every hedge fund with eye-popping returns has engineered this at their core. And every fund stuck in the mud, they're drowning in fog, tangled in their own illusions. Most hedge fund leaders fall into the trap of worshiping complexity. They drown themselves in layers of analysis, committees, and endless meetings, believing that more thinking means better results. But real excellence is not complexity. It's simplicity executed with brutal speed and brutal honesty. It's an emotional vendetta against wasted time and wasted potential. It's understanding that the world is not neatly packaged in reports, but is a wild beast roaring so loud that it forces you to listen, adapt, and act instantly. Here's what's driving the pain for you and many others right now. The paralyzing fear of missing the big move, the quiet frustration as your ideas get diluted by committee, the slow grind of watching others leap forward while you hold your breath. The financial world can swallow you whole if you don't cultivate this KPI relentlessly. It's the blood in your veins when markets crash, the laser focus when everything is on fire, the engine that transforms chaos into clarity. Now imagine unlocking that power. Visualize a team where every decision unearths the truth and acts on it with merciless speed, not because they sacrifice due diligence, but because they have sharpened their thinking to slice through uncertainty like a scalpel. Where ego and status cannot stall the process, because the culture demands, that insists, radical transparency and unfiltered communication. Where every member is aligned not by comfort or convention, but by a shared obsession to see through the chaos and move relentlessly forward. This velocity of clarity drives extraordinary risk management, not by hoping for the best, but by catching the worst in real time and blunting it before it breaks the damn fund. It fuels innovation, not from the top down, but sprouting aggressively at the edges from those bold enough to challenge the system. Imagine these mavericks connected by this invisible but absolute standard, where no one's voice is silenced by hierarchy, and every insight is a weapon honed for action. It's the difference between funds that merely survive and those that rewrite the rules of what's possible. Because when clarity hits with speed, everything changes. Decisions become less about ego and more about pure impact. Positions get sized not on guesswork, but on real-time conviction. Exits aren't second-guessed for weeks, but executed with the cold precision of survival. This KPI is the oxygen every hedge fund leader craves, but almost no one measures. But why is this so rare? Because to build velocity of clarity, you must first dismantle the comfortable illusions you and your team have built. Every outdated process, every layer of bureaucracy, every soft excuse for delay is a poison. Cultures exist that reward slow thinking and reward covering yourself in meetings more than bold action. The world thrives on conformity and mediocrity, wrapped in the hug of reasonable caution. But trading is warfare, and in warfare, hesitation is death. To nurture this KPI, start by cultivating what the system never taught you: ruthless self-awareness. A brutal habit of diagnosing where your team hesitates and why. Ask, what emotions are clouding judgment? What egos are holding back action? What biases lure the fund into old safe patterns? Only then can you inject velocity, create habits and systems where every data point is scrutinized quickly, assumptions are shattered publicly, and decisions are forced, deliberate, and fast. Next, build ironclad alignment around purpose, the real why behind your fund's existence beyond just money. Without a burning shared mission, clarity slows and fractures. When everyone knows exactly what to fight for, decisions don't just happen quicker, they happen consistently and with unwavering focus. This purpose is the force field that keeps velocity alive when the unexpected strikes. And finally, empower the edges, the individuals who see something the rest miss. Don't let power structures silence those sparks who are rare enough to catch the tremors of change early. When contrast and diversity of thought flow freely, velocity of clarity explodes through the cracks in the system. The best hedge funds embrace the rare, the misunderstood, the brutally honest voices as their secret weapon. This KPI isn't magic. It's raw, relentless work, transforming people, culture, and mindset at a brutal pace. It's a revolution within hedge funds, a rebellion against slow, bureaucratic mediocrity. The leaders who dare to unleash this energy create unstoppable forces in the market because they see first, decide fast, and act even faster. They don't just ride the waves, they create them. If your fund is stuck, if each quarter feels like a grind, it's because you're missing this fire, the velocity of clarity. Obsession over this one KPI will bleed into every corner of your operation, turning pain into power, confusion into confidence, and hesitation into action. The moment this shifts, you won't just be chasing performance, you will be defining it. Remember, the markets won't wait, the competition won't pause, and neither should you. The secret is not just what you know, it's how quickly and cleanly you can see it and move. The velocity of clarity is your edge. Hunt it, build it, own it. It is the KPI that turns chaos into legend.